This time in the talk category session I will discuss about how to read people's minds in minutes. Is it possible to read other people's minds? According to well-known psychologists and practitioners, of course this is possible because what people think will always be seen from their physical signs. When they think about something, certain patterns occur in their brain cells and affect hormones and autonomic systems. The autonomic system will work and change the breathing, blood flow, heart rate, sweat, pupils, and other physical signs of their body. Sometimes the changes are not so noticeable, but the reaction is always there. Try when you think you are scared, your blood flow will increase, your heart rate will increase, you are ready to react to escape. On the other hand, if you clench your fists, lift your face and stand straight with your chest outstretched, the fear will disappear for a moment. This means that you can get a good idea of what a person is thinking and feeling by paying attention to the physical changes that occur in that person. So, the basic idea of reading another person's mind is to gain an understanding of that person's mental processes by observing their appearance, reactions, and physical and psychological state. You may not be able to read what is really going on in the person's mind. However, being able to see what's happening to someone physically allows you to understand what's going on in their thoughts and feelings. Some of the things you can observe as a way of reading other people's minds are appearance, body language, tone of voice, and of course your instinctive reactions or intuition. Preparation for reading people's mind. Before you start reading other people's minds, you need to know what you want. This means that you must have a clear purpose and motivation for what information you want to know, and maybe you want to get information about, does the new person you meet have honest or dishonest intentions? Will your business partners accept your new idea? Do your husband, wife, children agree with your vacation idea, or are they forced to? Another example, does your friend sincerely help you? Are there other motives that trouble you? This should be clearly defined beforehand. By clearly defining your goals and motivations, you can be more focused, relaxed, and less emotional about reading other people's minds. When your motivation is high, you become better at judging and reading other people's cues, so determine your motivation first. Take notes and always pay attention to the 4 factors. In gathering information to read other people's minds, you should pay attention to the following 4 important factors. 1. About context. You should always look at the context in which it occurs. The illustration is like this: you are talking to your friend about his hobby. When he spoke, he was very enthusiastic about his hobby. Occasionally he scratched his nose. Well, someone who scratched their nose a lot could be a sign of lying, but you can't tell right away that your friend is lying. Context: your friend is talking about his hobby, why should he lie? Seems impossible. Pay attention to the context by asking, does this person really have to do that in the current situation? It could be that he is just picking his nose because he feels itchy or something else. Again, pay attention to the context. 2. About cluster. Also pay attention to certain clusters or groups of cues. Knowing and reading people's minds cannot be just from one information cue. You should be able to gather as much and as good information as possible from your appearance, body cues, some words, and tone of voice, and so on. Do not immediately judge and conclude only from one particular sign. 3. About baseline. Baseline is the limit or base value. You need to be able to spot times when someone is outside their baseline or baseline. When you talk to your relaxed, laid-back friend, there is a sense of comfort when he or she tells the story. Then suddenly he becomes restless because of something you said or happened. This is a sign that he is starting to get out of baseline. You can start to be wary because you start asking, is this normal? Every cue you receive outside the baseline is a signal to you that you should pay attention to. 4. Clear mind. Focus and always think clearly. Stay calm, don't jump to conclusions and don't take sides. Free your mind from hasty conclusions and don't be immediately swayed by the situation. Always remember, context, baseline, cluster, and stay cool, in reading other people's minds. Starting from appearance. Learning to read other people's minds can be started by analyzing appearances. It is commonplace that we will always see people from their appearance when we first meet, especially if the person does not know each other very well. It's only natural that you pay attention to how their hairdo, the way they dress, the choice of clothes and accessories. What can you tell by appearance? If you look at a person's appearance and you conclude that the person is a confident and sociable person, then your conclusion may be correct. Because, someone who is confident, responsible, focused, hardworking can be seen from his appearance. 1. Clothing choice. The way people dress provides insight into professions, activities, and status. In general, someone who looks clean, chooses clothes that suit his body shape, and tries to look neat shows a level of self-confidence. On the other hand, a person's unkempt appearance, with unkempt hair and ill-fitting clothes, often indicates a lack of self-esteem and social awareness. Although not all like that. Make no mistake, some people prefer to wear clothes with the same pattern every day for convenience and practicality. And also, some people like branded clothes because they make them look good, have high status and want to make people treat them better. 2. Color options. Red indicates energy and passion. People with the color red usually want to show energy and strength. Black indicates that you are serious and don't like taking no for an answer. White exudes honesty and innocence and trust, of course this is all you will understand. Blue radiates trust, the darker the color the deeper the level of trust you want to display. Gray is a great neutral, classic business color. Yellow attracts attention and can also be exhausting. 3. Makeup. Men's makeup is usually seen from the way they emphasize the hairdo. Whether their hair is styled or maintained, how is the cut current or professional or traditional. You can also read from the way they take care of their nails, are they clean and always short? How they keep their bodies clean, fragrance choices, how to care for mustaches, beards, and so on. As for women, you can see how their makeup is, simple, bold, festive with extra eyelashes, high eyebrows, perfume choices, etc. This can provide clues about their self-image and how much they want people to see. 4. Accessories. The way they wear and customize accessories can give a sense of personality. Do they appear unique, simple, luxurious, or have certain views and beliefs? Jewelry, watches, handbags, cell phones, hats, glasses, belts from well-known or local brands can all provide clues. Jewelry or other flashy or extravagant accessories suggest an extroverted personality and perhaps a thrill seeker. Performing with musical accessories from certain genres clearly shows their choice and taste in music. From there you can see their mindset. It's easy when it comes to appearance, because usually you have to analyze someone's appearance automatically. From now on you have to do it consciously as your way of reading other people's minds. Analyze their body language. Furthermore, body language, namely posture, gestures, body position and facial expressions, becomes the way you read other people's minds. Therefore, people will express themselves in various ways and body language can be a form of expression that often occurs without being planned and realized. This allows you to find out how the person feels or thinks about you. From there you can read whether the person is really good to be your friend, trustworthy or even dangerous to you. 1. Goodwill and friendship. How to know the goodwill of friendship from other people. Seen from happy facial expressions and sincere smiles that are not made up. After that, pay attention to whether the person displays body language that is open and comfortable. If his body language is open and comfortable, it means the person has good intentions and wants to be friends. On the other hand, if their body language is closed, it means they are uncomfortable, choosing to be alone or wanting to cover up their dishonesty. What does open and closed body language look like? Open body language can be seen from open gestures and gestures, happy facial expressions, raised eyebrows, lips that do not close, hands that look and feel comfortable. On the other hand, body language that is seen as squatting, frowning forehead, tense face, drooping eyebrows, closed lips, hidden hands can reflect suspicion and something hidden. 2. Trust. How can you tell if the person you are talking to can be trusted or not? There are several factors you can consider in assessing how others behave towards you. If they use words, gestures, tone, and pace of speech that match and resonate with you, this is a sign that they are in tune with you and can be trusted. They try to build an emotional attachment to you, even if they pretend, but it's hard to do so consistently. Likewise with their consistency in building closeness. If they are consistent in their emotional expression, then they can usually be more trusted. 3. Bad intentions. In addition, you will want to read other people's minds to see if they have any ill will towards you. While you don't have to jump to conclusions right away, certain body language cues can be signs you should pay attention to. These body language cues are a group of the following 4 signs. 1. He often touches hands. 2. He often touches the face. 3. He crosses his arms, and 4. Leans his body forward. However, once again keep in mind the following: keep calm, context, baseline and cluster so that your conclusions can be accurate in analyzing body language. Pay attention to the voice. How someone talks also gives you information that you can read about someone's thoughts. You can analyze the volume and intonation. Speaking in a steady, relaxed tone and rhythm without hesitation can reflect confidence and a sense of well-being. On the other hand, speaking a lot of words like may reflect a lack of confidence and a lack of comfort in the situation at hand. Focus on the sound, not just the words. If you really listen to someone's voice, then you can catch the unspoken message. Pay attention to rhythm patterns and vocal characteristics so you can tell when there are extreme deviations from the person's normal voice. A person who naturally has a calm character can express anger by silent, heavy breathing, flushed facial skin. There are also those who suddenly become angry by raising their voices and speaking quickly. In general, people who have a loud dominant voice but use it politely and appropriately are confident people. While someone who speaks in a low, soft tone may feel insecure and indecisive, you should still be careful not to be deceived, as a soft voice can also be used for manipulation. Talking quickly can usually be caused by one of the following: nervousness, impatience, insecurity, fear, anger, or being caught in a lie. The way of speaking slowly may try to convey anxiety, sadness, confusion, caution. People's voices rise when they are very scared, excited, nervous, excited, and so on. Some people immediately lower their voices from the normal range when they try to seduce someone. They may also lower their voice when they are sad, depressed, or tired. Also pay attention to intonation, because stressing words will have a different meaning to how they feel. Saying "ah" when you know you missed something is different from "ah" when you're in pain. Trust me, you can see and feel if someone's body language matches the tone of their voice. Always see and feel if someone's body language is in sync with their tone of voice. When in sync, it means they are stating something as it is. If it is not aligned, it means that something is hidden. Listen and ask. In addition to your appearance, body language, and voice, You also need to be a good listener. The rules of good listening are to listen with all your senses, interrupt less often, be more empathetic and keep your body language from interrupting their conversation. In addition to being a good listener, how to ask questions to gather information must also be good and correct because productive conversations are stimulated by good questions. The best way to ask open-ended questions is to use the tell, explain, and describe pattern questions. Tell me more about what you are about to tell. Explain what you mean by what you say. Describe, provide a detailed description of what you think about what you have said. That way, you already know how to read other people's minds by looking at their appearance, their body language, the way they talk, and don't forget to listen and ask questions. If you practice, it can be a way of reading people's minds by gathering a lot of information to draw accurate conclusions. Be a listener and ask good questions. Instinct and intuition. And no less important is to trust your instincts or intuition, because your intuition always puts your interests first and is almost always right. Therefore, never ignore certain signs that you feel from your body. Direct your attention to any immediate physical changes in your body and any negative emotions you are feeling. Try to define precisely the emotion you are experiencing. Don't ignore or deny or even judge, just be a calm person. How to recognize intuition. Looking for signs or physical changes makes you more sensitive. Here's how: thoughts about something or someone you really hate. How do you feel? Are there sensations in your body that alert you? Where? What is it like? Try. Do you have that picture in your mind? What do the images look like, single images or continuous images like film? Is it color or black and white? Talk to yourself, in your mind, about the picture and pay attention to the tone of your voice, the speed at which you speak, etc. Now, think about something you really like and notice the sensation you get in your body, and how it differs from the sensation you thought you didn't like. Visualize it in your mind and talk to yourself about it. Is there a difference? How to build your intuition. Here are some ways to improve and build your intuition so you can use it as a way of reading other people's minds. Believe in yourself. For your intuition to work, you have to admit that you have intuition and that you are willing to take it seriously. Practice meditation or at least study silence for 10 minutes a day so that your intuition can train your intuition to speak to you. Be open to those around you, open to all situations. Analyze each decision and ask questions. This allows your intuition to engage with your rational mind. Questions, remember, no stupid questions. Listen to what your body is telling you. Make a question: does your stomach get cramped and stiff when you meet someone? Is there something that makes you feel optimistic and excited? Realize the importance of your energy level. If your energy is high in relation to one choice, and very low in relation to another, consider that. Record when your intuition works for you and when it doesn't. The more aware you are, the better you will recognize and follow your intuition. Practice and be patient. Everything takes time to practice. Your intuition always puts your interests first and is almost always right. Therefore, never ignore certain signs that you feel from your body. Conclusion. Clear your mind of all thoughts and worries. Open yourself up to the person and the possibilities around you. Don't think about anything. Experience it all and be at one with your surroundings and the individual whose minds you want to read. See what you see, then see what you don't, and notice the person is really focused on him. Then, look at everything the person doesn't have, including the chair he or she is sitting in and the air around it. This will give you an idea of who that person is and the circumstances around him, which is important if you want to read his mind without the distraction of the forces and energies flowing in and around you. Look into your subject's eyes directly for 10 to 15 seconds and then immediately visualize the face and eyes in your mind and focus your attention on how you feel about them. At this point you will get used to the person's thinking. Let them fill your mind. Start a conversation with the person. As you speak, your mind will be flooded with thoughts, feelings, desires, and plans. Trust your instincts and intuition. Don't deny the thoughts that enter your mind. Act immediately or save it in your memory for later use. The choice is in your hand. That's my discussion this time about how to read people's minds in minutes, and I hope you can try in your life.